Hey, welcome to Coco's Corner. I'm the huge one, Dave Coco from Kocosports.com, KOCOsports.com. It's where fans can be passionate, it's where the world comes to kick ass, and it's your home for combat sports. This is a day late, and I really apologize. TNA Wrestling Slammiversary 12 pay-per-view review. First off, the main reason it's late is I just didn't have much faith in TNA. I was so pumped up for Lockdown and renamed it Letdown. TNA has been going up and down looking for New York. The build-up for Slammiversary was pretty bad, not good. But you know what? I wish I watched it. I wished I watched it right away. This was probably the best pay-per-view in a while. Please, down in the comments, if you watched it, please put win, loss, or tie. I think this is TNA, as far as pay-per-views go, biggest win of the year. It's definitely watchable. It's definitely on the to-do list to watch. Way more good than bad. The crowd, there was an audience there. The crowd was pumped up. Way to go, Dallas. You know, it was a pretty pumped up crowd. It didn't say pump up for the whole event, but it was pumped up more than I thought. And I was just, you know, if I was almost ready to give up on TNA. Like, I was depressed watching Impact. I was depressed where this company was going. I didn't want to be a player hater on the company, but at the same time, like, dude, I fucking got to review this shit. I got to watch this shit. I made a commitment. And it was really hard. And it got to the point where, like, it was Father's Day, in America, but for us it was the Monday after. My wife was off work, and I had it set up, and I was ready to watch the pay-per-view. I thought about inviting friends over, but none of them were that interested. And my wife's like, do you just want to watch Carrie with me? And Carrie's like Sex in the City. And I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. Whatever, I'll get to it forever. And I was wrong. I should have watched it. Carrie was pretty damn good, but anyway, the Carrie Diaries. But anyway, yeah, might be the shock pay-per-view of the year. If you saw the preview, if you did see the preview, not many people saw it, but if you did see the preview on here, oh man, I went crazy nuts on it. I was just like, oh, whatever, dude. TNA, congratulations. This is the first time in a long time I was glad I watched your product. I hope that you build off this from New York. Now, there was some bad things. But if you asked me prior to watching this pay-per-view what those bad things were, I would have been like, everything's fucking horrible! But no, this was a really, really good pay-per-view, and the Dallas crowd was hot. The first match was a ladder match for the X Division Championship. A little pissed off that Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards, sorry about that, were in it, but dude, they had a great match. Manic, Tiger Uno, Crazy Steve was over with the live audience. Even Taz didn't see that coming. Sonata versus Eddie Edwards versus Davey Richards. This is going to be a bit of a shorter review because A, I'm on time crunch, and B, it's just good. Go watch it. But this opening match was amazing. It's what the X Division was about. I really enjoyed it. Sonata won. I thought for sure Sonata was going to lose the belt because there's been rumors online in Japan, even though it's the same internet, but Japanese. There's been rumors in Japanese and rumors in English that Sonata would be leaving soon. So I thought this would be a perfect way for Sonata to lose the title, and Sonata wins. It one hell of a match, dude. Put the X Division back on the map. Hopefully during Impact they start showing it, because it's weird. Sonata won the title, and I know that, you know, we get to watch Explosion on regular television here in Japan, but I was surprised that Sonata, all his matches are on Explosion. It's kind of bullshit. I enjoyed this. Great opening match. Dallas was into it. Bobby Lashley versus Samoa Joe. It had a little bit of a screwjob finish not screwjob finish, but a little screwy finish to protect Samoa Joe. Even though, really, how much can you really protect Samoa Joe? We get it. We love him. You don't, TNA. We get it. But they did a good job protecting him. He was trying to watch out for the ref. Bobby Lashley really impressed me this pay-per-view. Bobby Lashley, he's not a great wrestler, but he's a very, very good big man wrestler. Like, he knows what he can do and what he can't do. And Bobby Lashley protects that, you know? So I was really impressed with it. Samoa Joe lost. Bobby Lashley goes to the finals. This match was kind of garbage. The next match was a little bit garbage, but that's because I just hated everyone involved. Will and Abyss versus Magnus and Bram. Or it should be with Magnus. It's Willow and Magnus 1-on-1 with Abyss and Bram in their corners. Magnus wins. I'm glad that Magnus did win, and they did the right thing, and they put over the right guy. A bit tomfoolery. I did not enjoy this match. They keep saying Magnus is better than ever. And I'm like, no, he has a shitty storyline. He's helping some guy named Bram out. He's feuding against Willow, and he used to be the champ and the most improved guy. How is he the best ever now? I don't get it. I like Magnus before he lost the title. TNA Hall of Fame announcement. We called it. It's going to be a WWE guy, but if you're going to pick a WWE guy, you might as well pick this guy. The Dudleys. The Dudleys, I think, out of all of them, maybe deserved it the most. But I cannot take the TNA Hall of Fame seriously when it's Sting, Kurt Angle, and the Dudleys. And I know Dixie Carter's having a pee-pee contest with these guys, and I know they left but there's no way Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, there's no way these guys should be in there before them. It's the ultimate slap in the face to people that helped build this company. Let's be honest. Kurt Angle, yeah, he might have pushed up. Sting did nothing. And Dudley, I don't know. It just seems it's such a slap in the face. How can you have a TNA Hall of Fame? And it's just one wording. The wording drives me crazy. If it was TNA's Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. But you call it the TNA Hall of Fame, what you did in TNA should matter. And this Hall of Fame will mean nothing. We used to bust WWE's Hall of Fame because they're like, oh, they don't have Bruno, they don't have this guy, they don't have this guy. But I cannot take a TNA Hall of Fame seriously without Jeff Jarrett in the Hall of Fame, without AJ Styles in the Hall of Fame. Put your little pee-pee away there, Dixie Carter, and put the Hall of Fame guys that they deserve to have. All right, Slammiversary. Kenny King versus Austin Aries. One hell of a match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed both these guys. The fans were hot. Everything's, just pretty damn good match. And I'm surprised Austin Aries won. They gave it to Austin Aries, which I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed this match. I enjoyed both these wrestlers. To me, this is what TNA should be, and hopefully this is what it is in the future. Austin Aries does win to complete the three-way main event, which would be Austin Aries, Eric Young, and Bobby Lashley. And to me, I just really enjoyed this pay-per-view, and I enjoyed this match, so it was pretty damn good. Moving along, the Bromans, Jesse Goddard and DJ Z, went against the Von Erichs. It ended in a kind of DQ finish where the Von Erichs won by DQ. But, dude, it was so great to see the Von Erichs in Texas. I'm an older guy, so you get to see them. It was just a great experience. I don't know if the younger fans would enjoy this as much, but Texas definitely enjoyed it, and it was definitely worth a watch. Hopefully they keep the Von Erichs around. I was happy they mentioned that they were part of the Noah Pro Wrestling Dojo. I really appreciate that. Not that I'm part of Noah Pro Wrestling Dojo, but I just love when America doesn't ignore Japan or doesn't ignore overseas or a wrestler's past. So, it was pretty interesting. They had Angelina Love versus Gail Kim. There's two great women wrestlers, but this is a bit of a letdown. Angelina Love wins, and it's your two legendary knockouts. It's your two most famous women's wrestlers going at it, and it's probably your two best. I don't know. Angelina Love has lost a step or two. Sorry about that. Angelina Love has lost a step or two, but it's your two best women's wrestlers, and the fucking storyline is about referees. It's just bullshit. It's so fucking disrespectful. But Angelina Love wins, and there's a storyline with Brian Stifler being a fucking douche. The Texas Death Match, I said this would be the best match, a surprise match of the night. I was wrong, but it was still a pretty decent match. But once again, it's a slap in the face. It's just, Bully Ray, you're a Hall of Famer. Bully Ray, TNA Hall of Famer. Well, you're a Kocosports Combat Sports Hall of Famer, but he actually, all right, focus, Dave. Get past the Dudleys being in the Hall of Fame. This was a pretty decent match. The timing on the finish was horrible. Bully Ray just sat up there for fucking ever. It was a decent hardcore match, but it makes Bully Ray look like a punk ass bitch, and Dixie Carter probably will never go through a table. Maybe he's just saving it for New York. But the fact that she didn't go through a table on the second biggest pay-per-view of the year is either, one, completely horrible timing when she does go through the table, which, someone told me they can't do it on Spike. I don't know how accurate that is. So, or she's just never going to get her comeuppance. So, I don't know. It just drives me crazy. Worst match of the night, by far, is the next match. Cowboy James Storm versus Mr. Anderson. Who's the heel? Who's the face? This was like an indie event where it's just like, you two go out there. You're bad, you're good, go. I thought Storm was the face, but no, he's the heel. And Mr. Anderson, it was bad. It's just bad. This was the worst booked match. It is the worst match in the ring. James Storms, I love you, and you should probably be in the Hall of Fame way before the three guys they have now. But this feud is a huge, huge loss. This match was a huge loss. This was definitely the worst of the night. I mean, the knockouts, maybe a close second, but this is definitely the worst match of the night. Mr. Anderson wins thanks to the Dallas Cowboys helping him. Now, with all that shitting on it, company-wise, this makes sense. The Dallas Cowboys come in the ring, pose with Mr. Anderson, and that's probably going to be on TMZ and a couple other sports sites. Well, at least that's what they're planning to do. But the match was complete fucking garbage. And then it gets to the main event, which was very quick. It was a three-way steel cage match. Eric Young versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Aries. When I saw this, I was like, oh, well, hopefully Bobby Lashley can fucking get the fuck out of the way. And he literally does. But Bobby Lashley did a fucking great job. A great job. I thought he was going to be a weak link. Did a great job being a big man. Eric Young and Austin Aries put him over like $1 million. And at the very end, he charges the door, spear, falls out of the ring, and he seems to be stuck and hurt. So he really sold his shoulder injury, which was good because it didn't look like he was stuck at all. But he couldn't make it back in time, and Austin Aries looked like they were going to win the title. Austin Aries, the crowd was hot, and I like Eric Young, probably like the next guy. I really like it, but I think they made a mistake not giving it to Austin Aries. Eric Young has the problem of if he loses the title now, too many people will connect him to Daniel Bryan. That's a huge thing because of Copygate. So in some ways he was forced to keep the title, but he pulled an Adam Cole and a John Cena, and that hot Dallas crowd that was going crazy, it was like, all right. I mean, everyone wanted to see Austin Aries win, so hopefully Austin Aries is out of this so-called doghouse and will start doing a lot better. So win-loss tie, please. I rated it down there, but I'm saying please watch this. This is absolutely amazing. I thought, all right, Alex the Sauce Boss says, I didn't think we were going to get comments this late, but appreciate it. Mad props, Alex the Sauce Boss. Hopefully you check out a Raw review. I thought Angle would be perfect to introduce Jeff Jarrett into the Hall of Fame. Me too, Sauce Boss. That's what I'm talking about. How the fuck? But, Jarrett's doing his thing, so I don't know. It's kind of crazy, I tell you. All right, so bam, bam, and let's see. What's Rob got to say? Rob says, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. So sad watching Raw. All right, we'll save that. These are all Raw comments. We did do a Raw review. Please go check that out. Sorry that this was a day late, but like I said, I was so just down in the dumps. I just couldn't pick myself up to watch this pay-per-view, and when I did, I was pleasantly surprised. And you please put down in the comments win, loss, or tie. And if you want to give TNA any chance whatsoever, you might want to skip a couple of the matches towards the end. But if you want to give TNA any chance whatsoever, this is the pay-per-view. They did a very good job. I enjoyed it, and this is the first time I've enjoyed a TNA product in a really long time. Lockdown really broke me. So, I was about to give up. I really was. I was like, man, if New York's not good, and this was a good show, hopefully they can build upon this. So TNA, you did something right. I mean, you did a lot of stuff wrong too. Let's not. This ain't pay-per-view of the year. But for TNA standards, I was highly impressed, and thank you so much for putting on a product. Because really, I was like, oh, I watched fucking pay-per-view. Okay. But what? This is good. The first hour is just absolutely amazing. But towards the end, it does die out a little bit. They did choose the wrong guy, but I think there's a lot of pressure to do it. So I want to see where they go from here on Impact and New York. But this is the first time in a real long time I was happy to watch TNA. I was excited to talk about it in a good way and not fucking feel like pressured to talk about it like, TNA isn't that bad. No, it was fucking good, you know? So hopefully they build on this. Hopefully Impact is good, and hopefully New York City is good. And hopefully they just keep improving. I was very impressed with Slammiversary, and trust me, if you go back and watch the preview show, it did not feel like I wanted to watch this pay-per-view, and I chose not to watch it live. I just watched it later. So I guess this is a diamond in the rough. Slammiversary. Man, hopefully this is it. I'm almost shocked that it's a good pay-per-view. I'm not even going to lie to you. Hopefully they build from this. So if you are on the fence, if you should watch it or not, definitely watch the first hour. You might want to skip I keep saying Divas, but really, it was Divas. The knockouts are supposed to be better than Divas, and that wasn't the case. But the women's match and the James Storm, Mr. Anderson, unless you're a Cowboys fan, you could just skip over that shit. But overall, it's pretty amazing, so I give it a win. Pay-per-view profits. Oh, crap balls. I forgot. I will put that down in the comments in the doobly-doo below. I know not many people played pay-per-view profits, so I don't know who the pay-per-view profit is. Oh, man, I'm going to get heat. Well, at least it'll be accurate. Boom Boom would have probably went on air and said something wrong. Listen, everyone. I don't know if Boom Boom's going to watch this review. Let's just keep this between us. Let's not tell Boom Boom I forgot to do pay-per-view profits. But I will put that down in the doobly-doo, and will also put it in the comments. All right, maybe I won. Woohoo! I doubt it. I picked a lot of crappy picks. Anyway, TNA Slammiversary, first thing TNA's done, pay-per-view-wise, good all year. Hopefully they can build from this, and hopefully Impact will be impressive. If you get a chance to watch it, please do. And like I said in the comments, put win, loss, or tie. And also go to Kocosports.com, K-O-C-O sports.com. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and where it's okay to be a passionate fan. If you have extra money, please buy our Internet Infantry shirts. We'd really appreciate it. If you do, we'll make a video just answering any 5 questions you have. And, yeah, that would be wonderful. All right, I think I'm out of stuff to say. With that, I am over.